अस्सलाम वालेकुम। मैं जो नए फर्स्ट ईयर MBBS स्टूडेंट्स हैं 2021 के उनसे मुखातिब हूँ। मेरा नाम डॉक्टर फराज बुखारी है और मैं फिजियोलॉजी में एसोसिएट प्रोफेसर हूँ एक लाहौर बेस्ड पब्लिक सेक्टर मेडिकल कॉलेज का और पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट इंस्टीट्यूशन का। इस वीडियो का मकसद आपको वेलकम करना है टू द नोबलेस्ट ऑफ प्रोफेशंस एंड द मीनेस्ट ऑफ ट्रेड्स। ये जो दूसरा वाली बिट है मीनेस्ट ऑफ ट्रेड्स, ये आप याद रखिएगा। ये जब आप थोड़े से इसमें फील्ड में आगे जाएंगे, मैच्योर होंगे, तो आपको शायद ये सेंटेंस याद आएगा। अल्लाह ना करे कि आप में से कोई भी इसको मीनेस्ट ऑफ ट्रेड के लिहाज से देखे या खुदा न खासा प्रैक्टिस करे, नोबलेस्ट साइड पे रहे। लेकिन बहरहाल वो एक चीज़ है जो एक एग्जिस्ट करती है। सो मैं चाह रहा था कि मैं आपको थोड़ा सा गाइड करूं, नॉट जस्ट स्टूडेंट्स ऑफ आवर कॉलेज बल्कि जितने भी कॉलेजेस हैं, बिकॉज अब ये कोविड ने एक काम जो किया है वो ये किया है कि हर चीज़ को मिला दिया है ऑनलाइन, और हर जो शोबा है इंक्लूडिंग हेल्थ, इंक्लूडिंग मेडिकल एजुकेशन, अब वो कंपार्टमेंटलाइज नहीं रहा इनसाइड कन्फाइंस, इनसाइड वॉल्स एंड कॉलेज के नाम के पीछे, इवन यूनिवर्सिटीज़ और इवन कंट्रीज़ के पीछे। अब हर चीज़ मिल गई है, हर चीज़ मदगम हो गई है, इंटीग्रेट हो गई है। सो जो भी नए फर्स्ट ईयर्स हैं पूरे पाकिस्तान में या इवन बियॉन्ड, आई वेलकम देम टू द मेडिकल फील्ड. I would like to talk about what to expect from your entry into the medical college, the initial weeks to months, then the whole year, and then the final, the first professional exams. So I will try to cover this bit, this whole year. What can you expect from this 1 year of medical college? सबसे पहले बेटे, it's not FSC, it's not A levels, it's not high school. This is a professional field, and like any other professional fields, you will feel that you can do what you want. Something that especially kids from the Pakistani system of education, FSC, they are not accustomed to. They're accustomed to a very highly regulated, highly disciplined process of education, where they're taught, they receive what the teacher gives in this way. So the teacher comes, he or she gives a lecture, notes and highly annotated textbooks. पता होता है कि ये यहाँ से पढ़ना है, ये यहाँ से पढ़ना है. This does not happen in medical schools generally. Okay, of course there are variations from college to college, but in most medical colleges, especially public sector medical colleges, you will not find FSC wala atmosphere. You will feel, I hope that you welcome this. You will feel a welcome liberation, a sort of freedom to do what you like, to study what you like, to study from whichever book you would like. The techniques that you have up till now developed, you are free to follow those techniques or develop new ones. Okay, so one is that. Number two, teachers won't be running after you. Again, the freedom thing. You will have freedom to consult the teachers or not. Teachers typically are available, especially the professorial cadre teachers, the faculty members of the senior component of the college. They are usually involved in lecturing, and that's where you get to see them. And the juniors, i.e. The assistant professors, probably right down to demonstrators, you will see them more in maybe lectures, depending again on the college that you have end up in, then mainly tutorials and practicals in labs. You will have more parlays with the junior faculty. So that's one thing. Second is the actual study. You will find that you will be pushed, I hope, to study conceptually, okay, and holistically. Uh, Again, the students who are coming from the FSC background will feel a bit of a disadvantage. But it can be covered very quickly because, mashallah, you're brilliant kids. But this study technique needs to be adjusted, and maybe we can talk about it in another video, what to do about this. But this is one thing that I needed to flag. The books, there will be a plethora of books that will be presented to you by bookshops, your wise and not so wise seniors. So there will be standard textbooks, standard review books, not so standard text and review books. Okay, that's one thing. Then there are, again, the seniors are there, and they are a source of guidance for study, amongst other things which we'll try to get to. So this is related to study. Number two is tests. There are lots of tests. This is something that you are accustomed to, I understand. But I will speak about this in a bit. How should you take the tests? Okay. It's of course related to the way you study. Then there are distractions. Distractions can be many. I have written it down in three distractions. One is competition with fellow students. I have listed it as a distraction because this is a professional college. You have made it, mashallah. Well done. You have made it to a medical college. The fierce competition is now temporarily over. Okay, you don't need to stand first or score the top marks in every test that you take during your first year. That objective is not to secure the highest marks, quote unquote. Okay, so this sense of competition will serve as a distraction, I think. Seniors will be a big source of distraction, because you will find that faculty guides you in one way, and the seniors probably will guide you a bit differently. So this will serve as a distraction as well, and you will figure it out as you go along. Again, I will be advising at the end of this video, so just hang on. The third distraction is personal issues, family issues, or maybe your routine will change due to that. Health issues are there, and especially hostelites. When hostelites, I personally end up dealing with a lot of hostelite issues, and really the heart goes out to them. Poor kids, they leave their city, they come to a city like Lahore, which is a very busy city, and then they end up living independently in hostels, and it has a lot of issues. So hostelites are common in this bit significantly. So what is my advice? My advice is survive first year. Okay, it's the toughest year of your entire career. There is little doubt in my mind, and I have been in this I hope profession, not trade, for a long time, and I've seen kids a lot, and they struggle during first years. But the good news is that if they just persevere, if they just stand through the grinding routine, the change in their personal and professional life, if they just stay there, all of it, the next year is better. Then the next year is better, and it actually gets better with time. First year, however, is the most difficult. Okay, so just hang on. Okay, it will be better, I promise. Number two, study. Better study regularly. Okay, study as you go. This is something which, if my old students are watching, I have always been on their case. pushing them, trying to inspire them or motivate them to study regularly. Don't do the FSC thing here, that you have been taught a block of knowledge and you wait till the end just before the test is announced and you just start cramming stuff, and you will pass the test, but really what kind of knowledge have you acquired? That is something that I really discourage. So I'm discouraging it here as well. Do study regularly as you're taught. Try to keep up. The volume will be more, much more, because initially you will be facing anatomy, physiology, and biochemistry. So yes, the volume will be more, but try to cover it as you go. Read from standard textbooks, please. Do not fall for the non-standard textbooks. I'm using standard as in standardized, not standard as the English word. By standardized, I mean which had been vetted by educationalists. And a list of such books are available at the UHS website for each discipline. Please go through that. And very importantly, speak to your faculty member, the relevant departments. Go to them, speak to them, request them for their guidance regarding books which to follow and this, that. Third point is, please play something. Physical activity is very important. I see medical students just becoming bookworms, or not even bookworms. God knows what they do on campus all day. But it's really neither here nor there. The ones who are very good in studies, I only see them studying. That's not good. And the rest of them, if they are taking it casually, they're taking it casually, but they are also on devices and all this. I'm a big proponent of physical games. Try to, in whichever college you are in, try to enroll in a club or whatever facilities you are given of physical exercise. You need to. This is your age. Please don't become a couch potato. Exercise or go to a gym or something if there are not on-campus availabilities. Okay, but do that. Number 4 is try to create a study group, and if you can't make a group more than 2, then at least find a study buddy. This person is somebody who you can, if you have understood something and if you want to check if you have understood, your understanding is correct, you can narrate to this person, and then the benefit for this person would be that he or she gets to learn from you or maybe correct you. In both cases, both the kids learn. Okay, this has in my personal experience, this improves not just your understanding, but also addresses some confidence issues that you will face in vivas. We have vivas. Vivas are face-to-face examinations where teachers ask you questions in an exam format. So I feel many kids, though they're bright, very bright actually, and they actually know their stuff, but the problem is how they put it, how they present it. This gets to them at their peril. So if they have a study buddy or somebody or a peer is there who you can go frequently to discuss things, it improves your communication skills. Second last point is refer to the faculty more than your seniors. Okay, try to find seniors who have done well in their first professional examination, who you find more in libraries than in cafeteria. The rest you will know and you will decide. I mean, lastly, the tutorials. So what happens is you are taught in lectures, then that stuff which you have been taught in lectures, that stuff is broken down and in a more easy format with a junior faculty member in a session called a tutorial. Tutorial people, at least in our college, take a bit lightly. Don't do that. That's a very important time of conceptual catharsis, to iron out things which you have and cannot understand from a lecture. Lecture is maximum 60 minutes, of which generally good lecturers stick to 40-45 minutes. They don't teach for the whole 60 minutes. That's recommended as well from the teaching point of view. So tutorial is 2 hours and it's much more relaxed. So you can, and there's a faculty member who you can approach very easily. He or she is sitting right in front of you, and the batch, very importantly, in the lecture the batch is big, the whole class is there, but in a tutorial group you have a smaller batch. So it's also called small group learning or small group tutorials, etc., etc. Make use, bete, of the tutorial time. Okay, this is a very important point. So this was it. This was my initial video. I welcome you from the bottom of my heart to a very serious, exciting, and inshallah rewarding profession. If your intentions are clear, are good, if we don't end up making you somebody who's mean and who takes this profession as a trade. Okay, it's not a trade. Please don't make it a trade. Keep it as a profession. Be a good doctor. Take care of people. The money and the fame and all that, it will come as a consequence. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.